Hi guys, welcome back to this initial preparation part of the course. This is the final section now where we're going to take a look at your USP or your unique selling proposition. Now, so far in the course, we did a marketing overview, spelled out the difference between simply advertising and having a whole marketing system in place. Why it was so important, or why it is so important to having a business brand and clear identity, and how you manage your local reputation before we start this process. And once we start attracting people to contact us, potential customers, then of course your phone matter really matters, and as does your first point of contact, because it's a bit futile to do all this work to get folk to contact you if you then lose them on that first point of contact and you don't have a clear brand identity to build everything around. Now, the final part of this, really important, is your USP, as I've already said, because if you don't have a USP, a unique selling proposition, the only thing really you can compete on is price. Now, I assume that when you invested in a marketing system, it wasn't your idea to be the cheapest driver instructor in town. In fact, probably quite the opposite. But so many ADIs, so many driving schools that do not have a unique selling proposition, and that's why they sell on price. Especially when things get a little tough, all they can do is to reduce their lessons to try and attract people in that manner. And of course, that's usually a recipe for disaster. Now, if you do operate a business model where you do have the cheapest lessons, then in one respect, it's so easy because you will definitely attract lots of customers. But they will be low-end customers that are looking for the cheapest lessons that they can get. They won't respect value and quality of tuition. Now, what the USP does, I mean, the big question you need to ask yourself is, wherever you operate, whatever your location may be, you will undoubtedly have a lot of competition. So why are people in your local area that are looking for driving lessons, why should they choose you, especially if you're charging more than the guy just down the road that's offering the cheapest lessons? That's when your USP comes in. We have to give them reasons to choose us. There are a number of things that we can use, and we're going to jump across now to the website so I can explain a few of them. Okay, so this is our website. Now, I'm not going to talk about websites in this particular module. We'll come on to that later in the course. Website is very important, because if you've got yourself a USP or you've got several USPs, your website is undoubtedly the best place to shout them from the rooftops. There are a number of other places as well, but the website would be the major one for that task. So here are our USPs. We have several, and you may wish to follow our lead, or you may wish to come up with some of your own. So the moment that anybody arrives on our website, the first thing they see is obviously a picture of a driving school car. We have to identify clearly that we are a driving school, but we want to give them a reason why they choose us above the competition, as I've already said. And what we lead with here, unique accelerated learning system, with a subtitle of learn faster and ensure maximum value for your money. Now, they may not understand, and I'm sure they don't, what an accelerated learning system is. But the point I'm getting to is that the moment they arrive on this website, they wouldn't have seen this anywhere else. And all of a sudden, they're thinking, actually, they've got a system here that will enable me to learn quicker. Now, the majority of learner drivers want to learn quicker because, of course, they're going to save money if they do that. So that's a good USP. Now, later on in the course, we will give you full details of all of these, and you can feel free to copy them and implement them for your own use if you so wish. Now, the other USP we use is a 9-star guarantee on every lesson. Now, again, they probably haven't seen this on any other website they may have visited, so it's another reason for choosing us and paying a little bit more for their driving lessons. And they may not think they need a guarantee, but the fact that we offer one and it's 9-star, that sets us above the competition. And of course, they can click here and learn exactly why they might need a 9-star guarantee. So I'm not going to get into how the ALS system works or how the guarantee works on this particular module. You can read all about that later on. And I don't want to detract from how important it is to have something that offers something a little bit up and above your competition. Now, there are two reasons. If we scroll down the website a little bit here, no one gives you more Now, we've been big into customer reviews for over 10 years now. We have over 600 of them, and we have a really good system for collecting and publishing them, which you will be able to learn about further on in the course, so you can do the same. But a few years ago, we actually took the time to go through all of our customer reviews and looked at why, because one of the things we ask is, why did you choose us? And these are the top 10 reasons. So high first-time pass rate, of course, they're all interested in a high first-time pass rate. Accelerated learning system, which I've sort of just mentioned, along with the risk-free guarantee. Customer reviews, which I'll come on to. Recommendations, local reputation, quality of teaching, patience of instructors, friendliness of instructors, local company. So these are all good marketing topics. These are all things that people are really interested in, and they are things that will take you away from the price equation, solely from people solely buying on price. You can choose a number of these elements to use if you so wish. Now, if we scroll down a bit more, customer reviews have always been an extremely good way as to why people should choose you. And of course, we have some people here that are explaining exactly why they chose us. Now, we have 3 here on display, but if they have a mind to, they can click through and they can read more. So why Taunton learner drivers chose Kelvin White Driving School? There's three more there, loads of them. And you can do exactly the same thing, because customer reviews will highlight various different elements as to why they chose us, and they didn't all choose us for the same reason. So again, it's a really, really good way to justify why you actually charge more for your driving lessons. Okay, so we'll go back, and then we come down to test passes. So again, we always publish our test passes, which again is something that you can read about later on in the course. Not as powerful as custom reviews, but people like to see proof that you are actually getting folk through their driving tests, especially in your immediate local area. So in this case, we're looking at Taunton. Now, I'm recording this on Sunday, the 11th of December. And you can see here's a pass on the 6th of December. Here's another one on the 6th. Then we go back to the 4th and then the end of November. So people can see they're quite relevant. Now, I appreciate if you're a single operator, you may not have as many as we do. But that doesn't matter. As long as you have a few on a page and just show people that you are actually, real people in the local area that are getting through their test passes. Again, it does make a difference when people are comparing you to your competitors. Okay, if we just scroll down a little bit further, meet our Taunton team. And as I said, we are driving school. So we do have a number of instructors working within our organisation. These are all our locally based Taunton driving instructors. And again, we know through feedback that people like to see who's going to teach them. They can go and check out their bio. And again, I'm not really going to delve into it here, but we can click and go through and they can read about each individual instructor, what people had to say about them. Obviously, I don't teach. I have a team of people that run the driving school for me. I have Andy, who's my office manager. Sandra's his assistant. Lee's my training manager. But people like to know, they like to put names to faces or faces to names. And then, of course, we have all of our instructors, and we're a family-run driving school. So again, being a family-run driving school is another USP. People often like a locally family-based school in preference to a national concern because they'll think they'll get better service. Well, they will in our case, but that's something else that you can utilize. Okay, so let's go back to the course. Now, I've given you a number of reasons there that we actually use, and we've used very successfully now for a number of years. And as I say, you can copy them. And although at this stage, you may not understand exactly how all of them work, like the ALS, Accelerated Learning System, the guarantee. But if you go down to the bottom, there's sections that will cover those in great detail. So you get the ALS, Accelerated Learning System, the 9-star guarantee, how all that works. There are a few other bonus sections in there as well. But once you've read those, then that will help you to formulate your own unique selling proposition. But I can't stress enough how important this is, because with marketing, it's all about showing the benefit and value that you offer up and above what your competitors offer that solely sell on price. So once you understand that and you've come up with one, then we can progress through the rest of the course. But this section is the absolute foundation. And once you have that in place, that will put you in a really good position to build it out then as we move forward. So hopefully that's been useful, and I will speak in the next section. Bye for now.